This program is about being a sister to every Girl Scout, and how Girl Scouting serves all girls, regardless of race, religion, ethnic and social background, or ability. This is not a wish. It is a commitment based on the Girl Scout promise and law. You are about to meet several people who are living that commitment. People who reach out across barriers and welcome all as Girl Scouts. People who have begun bridging worlds.
Mr. Sabrina, why?
Tiana Smith is 19 years old and has been a Girl Scout most of her life.
We need a new sign for you.
Now she leads a troop of Girl Scouts in a school for students with hearing impairments. She also helps other Girl Scout groups learn how to include girls with disabilities.
Tiana Smith went through the awareness training program about 4 years ago. She would be the one who'd sit up with me at night and talk about different kinds of disabilities, and she'd be the one who was always there and ready to go. She was the one at camp one summer, came up to me and said, "I'm going to have your job someday."
I come from a multiracial family, and you're different right there. So I can empathize with my children when they feel frustrated that they're being teased for being different because of their hearing aids or because of their braces or whatever. I can say, you know what? I can really, truly relate to these children and say, you know, I know what it's like to feel like you just don't belong.
Cindy Nagamatsu Hanlon is a senior crime prevention officer with the Garden Grove Police Department.
And you're a brownie, right?
The local Girl Scout Council is helping her establish a new Girl Scout group, reaching out to young girls in a Latino neighborhood.
Because of my professional work, we really see the need for providing for young people a constructive outlet, if you will, something that's going to improve their self-esteem, a fun activity as well. And when this opportunity came up, there was also somewhat of a selfish motivation. I participated in a lot of things as a youth, but never as a Girl Scout, so this is a new experience for me as well.
Socorro Garcia, who works for the Girl Scout Council as a master mentor, joins Cindy recruiting parents and girls for the new troop. Socorro's bilingual skills and knowledge of Girl Scouting help Cindy communicate the value of Girl Scouting to the largely Spanish-speaking families of the neighborhood.
Make sure everyone in your patrol is here right now.
Janice Kanamaki is a Japanese-American and a Christian who was asked by the members of a local Buddhist temple to help them start up a new Girl Scout troop. Janice became the leader, and now the troop has nearly 60 junior Girl Scouts of mixed religious and ethnic backgrounds.
I tell the girls that one of the reasons that there's prejudice is really because of ignorance and that they don't really know about it, and they're afraid of the church or the temple, or they're afraid of us because we look different and that we might be different.
Positively different means that some people are different in some ways and some people are the same, and it's okay to be different.
I can see we are different. The way we look, how we speak, and how we act. And there is more: where we live, where we go to school or to work, where we worship. All these things make us different from each other. Are you, like me, a little afraid of our differences?
One of my girls has a physical abnormality on her face, and that's caused her to be hearing impaired. And one day, one of my kids was teasing her because she looked different. I said, you know what? We're all different. You've got a hearing aid on. Did you forget that you're deaf? Did you forget that you're different too? Amber over here, she's got a hearing aid too, but she has something else special about her. She's got something on her face that makes her a little bit more unique than everyone else. Sometimes you might think about that, and she went, yeah, they forget. Kids just forget, just like in the snap of a finger, they just forget that everybody's different.
A lot of people think because you have a disability that you can't be a Girl Scout, which is not true, and we believe that you can be a Girl Scout. In fact, it's even a better reason to be a Girl Scout is that there are so many organizations and groups for girls with just CP or just in wheelchairs or just this, but in Girl Scouting, they're girls first, and then their disability comes second.
I've had it happen where parents will go, yeah, were you a Girl Scout when you were a child? Well, yeah, but you know, my child's a little different. You know, she's got braces and she can walk sometimes, but usually she's in a wheelchair. It's different. It's different for my kid. I said, why?
We do encourage our leaders to mainstream. We do encourage our troops to be mainstream troops. It also goes the other way. We can have reverse mainstreaming where we take a typical girl and place her into an atypical troop, and we have a couple of those troops going on also.
Well, I like to read, and I like to play outside. I just basically like to do everything.
Once we had a girl who was in a wheelchair, and she wanted to rock climb so bad, and we just looked at her and says, you know, we'll try this, but we don't think you can do this. And she goes, I want to rock climb so bad. So we took her out of her wheelchair and strapped her on the back of the rock climbing instructor, and they climbed that rock. And we were all sitting down at the bottom of the hill with tears in our eyes, because here she wanted to do that so bad, and she told us, and we said, well, but she proved us wrong. So I think that's what I continually get out of it, is just when I say you can't, then someone proves me and says, I can do this.
We recognize our differences, but often our differences seem bigger than ourselves because society puts values, good and bad, on the things that make us unique. Barriers may come between us, forcing us to live in separate worlds. How can we overcome those barriers and celebrate those things that make us different and the same?
When our troop first started, it was predominantly Japanese and predominantly Buddhist. And then we branched out into having Koreans and Chinese and Filipinos and Anglos and mixtures and whatnot of all different religions. We do get stared at. Some people look at us up and down. Sometimes we get comments with the slanting of the eye. They'll do this, or they'll say, there's those Chinamen or whatnot. And so right before we go to functions like that, we talk about stereotyping.
While cultural, religious, and racial differences have been the source of problems both outside and inside the troop, Janice and the girls have worked to make those differences a cause for celebration rather than division in the community.
I hope that we've been able to bridge the gap between these other groups and ourselves, because the big thing for us has been the Girls' Day. Girls' Day is March 3rd of every year in Japan, and so I started the Girls' Day tradition, and then groups started saying that they would like to be involved in it. So the next year we invited about 4 or 5 troops, and then it kept growing until the last year we had 200 people that came, 200 girls that came to visit our Girls' Day, and it's been really good for us because when we go to places, they can smile at us now and not look at us as if, oh no, there goes that Asian troop again or whatever.
The goal is to make Girl Scouting accessible to all girls. Toward that end, this Girl Scout Council had to examine its practices and behaviors to remove barriers to participation.
We've had to recognize a sensitivity at every level, so that leaders, for example, need to recognize that there are certain holidays that go along with certain either religions or with certain racial and ethnic backgrounds, and they need to be sensitive to those when they're making their plans or providing activities and so forth.
So that people don't feel like we're going to a community to do something for someone or to someone. We're going to do something with them. And we feel that they have something so valuable that they can share with us, and we have something we feel that is of value to them that we can share also.